Bone Storm, we still have technical issues, all due to Maddie. This is not due to Kev. This is all due to me. Hold on, flip this over. This is really going to wig people out. Okay, there we go. All right, now it's easier. I can hold it that way. All right, so it's been an exciting week. Let's talk turkey. Get it, turkey? About what happened over the turkey holiday. So let's talk about it. Camp Krusty versus the Braille Bombers.
Unbelievably. Well, actually, at this point in this current season, I can believe this completely. I am headed into playoffs, finishing up the season with teams doubling my score on the regular. She does that plus a little extra on top. 165. I call that extra 5 points the cranberry sauce on top of this beating. 165 versus 80. I stink.
Well, boy, I don't know why you wouldn't have started Brett Huntley on your bench for 32 points against Pittsburgh. He apparently is the next Brett Favre. Thanks, Pittsburgh defense, you stink.
Well, what am I going to do, sit Cam, who I traded the farm for?
What about Marshawn Lynch, who you also traded for, who sat on your bench with 20.1 mocking you, or Jermaine Kearse for 25.
Marshawn Lynch.
But you got him. But you got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
I can't start everyone. There's only a certain number of starting positions.
your Darren McFadden was a much better choice than Marshawn Lynch. That was genius with a 0. Good job, Kev. Mama crushed you, and she had more on her bench just because she felt sorry. She left Sainu, who had 24. She left Mixon, who had 27. She said, you know what, I'm going to go easy on him. And even then, she doubled you up.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Next, we have Wowzers. Malibu Stacy's 148 takes down
Yes.
Wild Poopers, a task that many of us were unfit for. She comes through again, 148 to 92. Impressive.
Hey,
too little, too late.
Not only that, but if you remember from her stellar interview, that was one of her goals. So you know what, Dawn? Check that box off for done and done this season. You beat the Wild Poopers. Yes, you did. 148. Hey, what?
As the reps say, mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished, exactly. Michael Crabtree gets in a fight in the first 5 minutes. He gets in a WWE with Aqib Talib, gets out of the game ejected, giving her a big 0, and he's out this week too when I play her. So thanks, Dawn. I'm going to give that one to you. Dawn has a big day from Le'Veon Bell, who thank God helped our Pittsburgh team get it done. Drew Brees, not gone, but oh my gosh, only 16 points. I hate to say it, but my guy Kamara's doing a great job running it for her, but that's not helping Drew Brees at all. Yes. Gronkowski and Copper Cup were 2 highlights over 20 for her. The rest of it wasn't worth mentioning, but Dak Prescott, boy, those Dallas Cowboys, they are in a major problem right now without Ezekiel Elliott. I know they say one man don't make the team, but boy, they're different without him. Anyway, congrats, Don. Good job. Sorry about that, Cat. I hope you don't rebound this week because it's against me. Who's next?
Next, I got to give you credit. He tops 200 yet again. Matthew, making fantasy football great again, racks up nearly 214 against Todd, who put up a respectable 149.7. Just not enough against the powerhouse. Like I said, Antonio Brown still getting it done for you. Thank God you still have him. Because of that, you have no jewelry.
You need to shut up with that meme. No matter how much you push that false narrative, it won't stick here, pal. Listen, I also had a little guy by the name of Alvin Kamara who got me 40 points. And how about this? Out of my 5 quarterbacks, I decided I'm going with Phil Rivers, who was the right call. 37 points against the Cowboys. That made the turkey taste even better, I tell you. It was beautiful. Beautiful Phil Rivers and his angry face throwing.
Somebody's got to knock this guy off.
Yeah,
I don't know when.
Oh, you just wait. I guarantee you, God forbid I go out in the first round of the playoffs like I do so many times, you are going to be dancing a jig. Who's next on the list? We won't dwell on this victory.
Okay,
who's next?
We have, and also you are helping your nemesis make it into playoffs, by the way, because there's a battle royale between the team you took down and this next team who was not able to beat Baltimore. Poor Jay falls 151 to 133. Those two are certainly taking it down to the wire in terms of who's going to make it in the last spot in that division, Greg gets it done.
Yeah, as we talked about, Todd still has a slim chance, much like Jim Carrey did in Dumb and Dumber, to get in there. But it looks like it's going to be Jason and Kat out of that division. Jason not helping himself this week with a loss to Voldemort. Alfred Morris, the Cat again. I believe it was Todd. I'd like to quote him from draft day when Morris and your guy McFadden were being taken.
Yeah.
You put anybody behind that Dallas line, they're going to win. Really? Because it hasn't materialized yet. Only one man, Zeke. That's my Z I'm drawing for you. It's the Zekester that gets it done. That's right. Nice job, Mr. Voldemort. With let's see, we're big. Oh, Keenan Allen again with a huge day with my man Phillip Rivers thrown to him. And Robbie Anderson. What a great find from the New York Jets. He has had touchdowns, I think, in the last 5 games. So nice job finding him. And congrats on the win. Who's next?
We have a close one next. The Deplorables get their, I guess it might be their 4th win of the season against the Cellar Dwellers. Kev, what is going on? 115 to 113. I like how I'm bragging. They both scored 30 more than I did. What difference does that make? 115 to 113. Super close.
Yep, absolutely. The Deplorables, again, got big help from Big Ben with 40 points. The rest of her team, forgettable. In fact, most of them not even cracking double digits, only 2 more. But poor Clemens, same thing on the other side. He had a highlight with Kirk Cousins at 20 and Nelson Aguilar for 18 and Jack Doyle for 16, but the rest of it kind of fell apart on him. So congrats again to the Deplorables getting the big W. Sorry, Kevin. You are living up to the name you changed to with Cellar Dwellers, at least right now. We'll see if you can recover for the last week of your season in regular time. Regular season time.
Finally, we've got the Laytons both, like the jockeys who take it easy on the horse, beat the hell out of them on the back stretch. They know when to push the accelerator down. They're both finishing up the season well. Krustovsky Lovejoy Project racks up nearly 172 against Gentlemen Four Quarterlies, who's been a strong team. Nearly doubles them, 171 to 95.
Yeah, and you know what? The Terry's team has actually been winning most of her games every week. This week, the rare exception, maybe she was brought down by the Irish's horrible letting go of that one in the 4th quarter, and it dragged down her Sunday. Brady had a nice day with her for 28, but the rest of them are forgettable, whereas Joseph Layton with Carson Wentz, boy, those Eagles are on fire. They're flying Eagles fly for 30 points. Zach Ertz, same team, 28 points. Jamal Williams, 31 for Green Bay against a pathetic run defense. He had one big run against the Steelers, but the rest of the day, he was carving it up here and there. And Jameson Crowder with 29.9, so very nicely done. We'll see how that holds on for you into the playoffs, but nice win there, Mr. Krustovsky Lovejoy Project.
Okay, you want to do standings?
Let's do it, homie. Yeah, well, you know what? Right. Standings we can do, but I mean, let's just talk about,
why do you always want to cut these short?
Go ahead.
I want to talk about any
You go ahead. Go ahead. You talk about it.
All right. I go through it fast. Brockway.
That's what she said.
Great again. Still alone, but you're both ticking wins off here, building your already impressive records. 9-3 for you in first. Second, 1 game back only is Greg at 8-4, and poor Don mathematically out of it at 5-7. So those 2 teams definitely go into playoffs, you and Greg. Next, we've got Ogdenville. We've got the Lovejoy Project at 6-6, and again, 1 game back is yours truly at 5-7. Thank goodness we've got the Deplorables, or else I'd be definitely sweeping up the bottom of this division. But I want us both to win. Let's kick Joe out of it. Let's just magically add 3 weeks to it, and we'll both win out. Mathematically, I think she's out of it. In Ogdenville, it looks like Lovejoy and myself going to playoffs. Myself definitely being the worst team in there. North Haverbrook, the Braille Bombers extends her solo lead of that division to 8-4. 4 Quarterlies at 500, 6-6, and the poor Cellar Dwellers tied with the worst record in the season at 3-9. Finally, we have Springfield, Wild Poopers, way out front by herself at 8-4. But if you look at these numbers, I got to give credit where it's due. Matthew, your record is better than hers, if you could believe that. The Booty also at 500 at 6-6, and the Punishment Due at 5-7. It's going to come down to this week, and Todd needs to outscore Dada by about 80-something.
You know, we could also talk about is that my points for, I am at 1,900. The closest person to me is the Braille Bombers at 1,700.
Yeah, because of Antonio Brown.
Oh, shut up. Okay, let's move on. So, for the pickups this week, it was very small. There were only 3 people picked up. No battles whatsoever. So, it was just filling up for folks getting ready for the playoffs. Let's talk about next week's matchups. The final week of our regular season, Mr. Heath. What's going to happen in the final week, and are any of these? There's only really one matchup that's going to swing things. Everything else might change position for who they're going to play first versus fourth or whatever.
Correct.
But for the most part, it all comes down to the number one game that everybody's going to have their eye on is where is he? Punishment Due versus Voldemort? If he scores like 300 somehow this weekend or 250 or whatever, and somehow Jason falls off a cliff and gets like maybe 20, then he might knock his daddy out. But that'll be the game to watch. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about them first or somebody else?
Let's just talk about those two really quick.
Sure.
So they're both playing different people. Punishment Due goes up against Voldemort, and Gimme That Booty goes up against Malibu Stacy. Malibu Stacy's can help play the spoiler.
Yes.
Because Todd needs 2 things to happen. Number one, it doesn't matter what Todd scores. He could score 1,000,000. It ain't going to matter if
if Dad wins, right.
Wins,
he has to lose. Yeah, okay, I get you.
Sova.
It's Sova, as Paul would say.
If he loses, if Jason loses, and Todd manages to win, he needs to... He could beat Voldemort.
I think he needs like another 69 points. Yeah.
More than Jason by a good 70-something.
Doubling him up. Jason needs to score under 100, and Todd needs to break 2.
Yeah, or a real bad day from Jason. So so you're telling me there's a chance that is going to make it interesting. We've got a battle of the Kevins between me and the Cellar Dwellers, which actually hopefully might help me out with my positioning in my bracket because my nemesis is Joseph, and he is playing the Braille Bombers, who's been tough on the second half of this season here. So you never know. Mama can play spoiler there, too.
That should be a good matchup because they both scored a lot this last weekend. So if they get up to those numbers, close to 150, 170 in the other case, that should be a very interesting day. And I'm sure that Mama's not going to be happy losing. So, Joe, look out. You're in her radar. On her radar.
Yes, that's correct. And here's to give you the powerhouse that is our division.
Yes.
The leader, which is Joe, is at 6-6.
I know, right? Exactly. You know who's going to complain about this? Todd with the, I was in a tough division again. Well, we can't choose that, dude. That's random, so stop whining over divisions.
Oh, I'm sure he'll take it like a man.
Really? I doubt that.
Short. Yes.
Yeah, so it should be a good weekend for the rest of everybody. I mean, it's going to be more fun just playing again. Like you said, nothing better than spoilers. In fact, I loved nothing more than when Pittsburgh played Cincinnati. They were out of the playoffs. They had no chance. But Cincinnati, all they had to do was win, and they would go in, right? And they talked to Cowher, this is back when he was coaching, and they're like, well, coach, it's the last game of the year. It doesn't really matter anything to you. Are you guys playing for anything? Is it pride, blah, blah? He's like, oh, it feels like a good day to spoil somebody else's. And they killed him, and they got Jerome Bettis looking at the camera going, and you guys could go in with this win, and you're not playing hard today? He's like, man, I feel sorry for you. And they knocked him out that day. So that's what could happen this weekend. That should be fun if that happens.
No, I love the whole play and the spoiler thing. For people who are technically out of it but can still impact it, that's plenty for me to go in and set up a good lineup and watch.
Amen to that, brother.
So, yeah, it makes it very interesting.
Yeah, so it should be a good weekend. Everybody's looking forward to it. Everybody already knows December 10th, we're doing the players thing. That should be fun. Hey, thank you for those that came out, Mr. Greg and Mr. Joe, to make Thanksgiving great again. It was awesome. We had a great time. There was a lot of touchdowns scored. Gabby scored a touchdown. It was my little fade pass to Greg in the end that gave us the victory over Joe's team. But it was good. Joe was like a maniac. He was dragging down people that were half his size and rolling on top of them. I'm like, this is flag football. Didn't matter. I'm going to see if I can grab some videos.
Allowed?
What's that?
Blocking is allowed.
Oh, blocking was definitely allowed. He knocked me on my butt one time. I was trying to go backwards, but my stupid cleats were making me go too slow. And I'm like, oh, God, I'm going to fall. And then he just pushes me and I swear I heard something crunch. I didn't know what that was.
It was probably spare Oreos in the pocket or something.
Some ranch shot out of me. I'm like, whoa, look out for that. We got a ranch spill on aisle 1. Anyway, it was lots of fun. We'll see if we can get some videos up. I think Kathy has some on her phone, so I'll see what she has.
Yeah.
And we'll put them up. I know we have pictures that I posted, but we'll see if we can get some video shots of some action. But it was a good day. We missed everybody. Hopefully next year you guys will be there, or some other folks will be there too. But I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. Did you have a good turkey day?
We did. It was quiet. We just stayed here, watched the parade in the morning, the Macy's parade,
Loser.
And then had a bunch of food and watched some Stranger Things. So
nice. How far are you in the series? Have you finished it yet?
No. So here's what's been happening.
Jesus. How slow are you guys?
But every time we go through, someone else decides they want to get in on it.
And so you got to wait for them to catch up?
Yeah, I did that with both Emma and Michael and Mo. I've seen it.
Oh, Lord.
I've seen season 1 6 times now.
Wow, you are dedicated and you're very nice. I just power through them, and then if somebody wants to catch up, I'll watch it with them a second time. I had to watch it. Anyway, it's going to be great. I can't wait till you finish it. We'll talk about that then. So again, December 10th, everybody, this is the last week of regular season. Get ready. It's going to be a fun race in the playoffs. And Kevin and I need to announce we're going to do a show. I don't know if it's going to be next week or some other week, and I got to get the interview part done. That's on me. I'm next up on the set list there. But we want to announce we're going to do a drunk show, and it is going to be epic. It might be over the Christmas holiday, so it might not be for a couple of weeks, but we're going to do a show where we're going to be drinking heavily, and if you think it flies now, wait till there's a few belts under both of our, it's really going to come out, and God forbid I have to hold this thing up because it's going to be the shakiest cam you're ever going to see.
Well, how are you going to do that at Mama's? You're going to get a ride home?
I'm just going to spend the night here. I'm going to tell Kathy, I'm going to be sleepy. I see it. Put David in bed. I can go sleep.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. So, yeah, look forward to that, everybody. Again, thanks for tuning in. For those that do, for those that don't, you don't know what you're missing. Yes.
How is the sliding scale going?
Okay, you know what? I'm going to have an update on that tonight before midnight. So I'll put something out there when I post, you jackass. All right. So this has been a great week. It's been lots of fun, but we got to go. It's been an hour back. It's time to go. Kev, take us home.
Stay classy, Bone Storm.
Yeah. How's Trina? Boom. Oh, I didn't mean to hang up on you. Shoot.